what's up, it's me, Sarah. Welcome back to my channel, and before we get started with today's video, remember to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and without further ado, let's get on with the video. So today's video is going to be 10 books that I want to read before the end of the year. So book number 1 is Darkfall by Dean Koontz. I really want to read this book. I don't know anything about it except that it is Dean Koontz and he is my favorite horror author. So I'm so excited to get to this, and I know that people really like this book. So excited to read this one. That is the first one. The second book I want to read by the end of the year is Diversion by Veronica Roth. I've been wanting to read this for a while. Everyone says if you love The Hunger Games, you'll love this book. And as you guys know, The Hunger Games is my favorite book series of all time. So super excited to dive into this YA sci-fi dystopian series. And so this is the first book. Hoping to finish that this year. And the third one is Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. This is like a cozy fantasy with food and like orcs and different creatures, and it gives off D&G vibes apparently. So super excited, and it is sapphic, I believe. So that is the third book. Fourth book I want to read by the end of this year is The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. This is the final book in the Folk of the Air trilogy, and I have loved the first two. Gave them both 5 stars. This is one of my favorite fantasy series, so I definitely need to continue this, and I am just so excited to read this, and I need to finish more series this year because I need to stop starting series and start finishing series. So that is this book, and that is going to be book number 4. The 5th book I want to read by the end of the year is From Lukov with Love by Mariana Zapata. And this is a slow burn ice skating romance. And so super excited to read this. Everyone loves this author. I don't know much about this. But yeah, this is the Indigo exclusive, or like this is like the new cover or whatever. So there's this, and I just know it's about figure skating, and this is the 5th book I really want to read by the end of the year. The 6th book I want to read is The Princess Bride by William Goldman, and I love this movie. The Princess Bride is such a good film, and so I really want to read the book. This is a fantasy romance, and it is a classic, so I really need to get to it. The 7th book I want to read is If the Shoe Fits by Julie Murphy. I plan to read this for the Thick Thighs Readathon taking place in September, because this does has a plus size main female character. So I'm really excited. This is a Cinderella retelling, and it takes place on like a bachelorette show. I don't know which one exactly. But super excited to read this. This is a romance, and yeah, so I want to read this by the end of the year. The 8th book I want to read is the next book in the Mortal Instruments series, City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. And this, I have been in the middle of the series for a while. I read the first 3 books and then took a huge break, and I really need to get back into it. So yeah, this is a YA fantasy series, and I really love the TV show. So I hope that I continue loving these books. The 9th book I have to talk about is Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. This is a dark romance about 2 people who get kidnapped together and they fall in love. And so I am excited to read this. A lot of people love this and this author. So I am very excited. And this just recently got picked up by Bloom. So that is very exciting. And this is the new cover, which I actually personally like more than the indie cover. But that is just my opinion. And so super excited to get to this, hopefully by the end of the year. And the 10th and final book I'm hoping to get to by the end of the year is Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. This is a YA mystery, and I don't know too much about it, but I know that this is a series and that it is a pretty popular one on BookTube, BookTok, Bookstagram. You know, a lot of people talked about this a while ago, so I'm hoping to read this around spooky season, and hopefully I love it just as much as everyone else. So those are some books that I want to read by the end of the year. Hopefully I get to most of them, if not all. And if you made it this far, please leave me a blue emoji. And before you go, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I will see you all next time.